Alright, let's dive into how the planet Saturn can profoundly impact your relationships, shaping them in ways you might never have imagined. Ever felt like your relationships are a dance of destiny, a carefully choreographed routine with moments of intense connection and periods of deliberate effort? We're going to explore how Saturn, the planet of structure, discipline, and responsibility, plays a pivotal role in your love life, particularly regarding long-term commitments and lasting partnerships. So buckle up, because we're about to uncover some deep insights into your relationship patterns. Now here's where it gets interesting. Saturn, often viewed as a stern teacher, influences the type of partnerships you attract and the foundations of your relationships. It reflects your desires and expectations in close relationships, and often shows how you approach commitment. This planet brings with it elements of duty, stability, and sometimes, limitations. Think of it like this: Saturn is the architect of your relationship blueprint. This blueprint isn't inherently negative. Instead, it guides you to build relationships that are strong, durable, and meant to last. So, if you've ever felt like your relationships face tests, or encounter restrictions or delays, or feel heavy or burdensome, Saturn could be a major player. The lessons we learn through experience, especially those guided by the Saturn person, often become the most valuable in the long run. This is because the Saturn person can be a significant teacher for the descendant person, the person they are in partnership with. How do you feel about this? Is it a helpful analogy? What's the first step to really understanding this? The partnership axis is a great starting point to explore. This axis reveals the balance between you and your partner, showing how you interact with the world together. Consider composite charts. They merge two people's energies to create a third, revealing deeper compatibility patterns. The descendant signifies how the relationship interacts with the world. It's the persona of the relationship itself. Let's say your Saturn is in Aries. This might mean you're drawn to partners who are independent and assertive, but you also may need to learn how to balance your own needs with theirs. Or, imagine your Saturn is in Taurus. This could point towards a desire for stability and security in your relationships, but there could be a resistance to change or a need to develop a more adaptable approach. Now, let's pretend your Saturn is in Gemini, indicating a focus on communication and intellectual connection. You'll likely be attracted to partners who are communicative, but you might also need to avoid overthinking or getting lost in superficial interactions. If it's in Cancer, you might seek emotional security, but remember not to be overly reliant or codependent. Should your Saturn be in Leo, you'd crave drama and affection, but you'll need to be cautious of attracting controlling personalities. If it's Virgo, you're going to want practicality and service, but don't let yourself become overly critical. Saturn in Libra is associated with balance and fairness, but you might struggle with indecisiveness or conflict avoidance. If your Saturn is in Scorpio, you will want intensity, but you should avoid jealousy and possessiveness. Saturn in Sagittarius brings a desire for adventure, but it can also cause you to avoid commitment. Saturn in Capricorn suggests the need to manage the relationship like a business, but you have to avoid becoming emotionally detached. In Aquarius, you are going to search for a friend more than a lover, so keep in mind this may lead to you shunning intimacy. And, finally, Saturn in Pisces brings a need for connection, but it also brings a risk of manipulation. Now, let's hear what some of you are saying. Here's a comment from Susan: I can totally relate. My Saturn is in Taurus, and my relationships have always been about building a secure foundation, but change is hard. Interesting, right? And here's another one from Mark: I never thought about Saturn like that. This actually explains why I kept attracting people with authority issues. See? The insights can be powerful. But wait, there's a catch. When Saturn shows up in a relationship, it doesn't always mean doom and gloom. The conjunction, when two planets align, is the most potent of all aspects. This represents a time of immense potential. Squares, however, indicate challenges and friction, the areas where you'll be tested. The opposition creates a dynamic of push and pull, demanding compromise and balance. And the trine can indicate ease and support, a flow of energy that makes commitment feel natural. So, which planet in your chart makes a conjunction to Saturn? What kind of relationship are you actually capable of? These transits offer clues about prevailing themes and opportunities that will present themselves at different points in your life. This understanding is critical if you want to pursue open and honest communication. If you are one of those people, then congratulations. That's the first step to setting realistic expectations, embracing responsibility and commitment, and focusing on long-term goals. Building trust and security, creating a structured and supportive environment, and the potential for marriage and long-term commitment will quickly become the norm. These are all areas for personal growth and transformation, which is what we all want, right? Long-term relationship dynamics, shared responsibilities, mutual support. These are all key elements. Now, let's talk about partnership challenges. You may face trust issues, but if you can overcome those, you can find precision and clarity. Now you have a long-term focus and a solid plan. The career paths you'll choose will change and evolve. And Saturn will continue to give you the blueprint for long-term commitments and lasting partnerships. You'll learn to approach relationships and self-growth with new eyes. Think of Saturn like a sculptor, chiseling away at the rough edges of your relationships. It is building a sculpture of partnership. Saturn's impact on your relationships extends beyond just romantic partnerships, as well. It influences your friendships, family dynamics, and even your professional relationships. Wherever you find Saturn, you'll find a strong emphasis on structure, discipline, and long-term goals. One of the main takeaways today is that building trust is one of the main things people struggle with, but it is one of the most important. Now, if you're eager to learn even more, if you want to start generating your own free report, just like I suggested earlier, then you'll discover more about your love life, career paths, and self-improvement. Ready to dive even deeper? In the next video, we'll be exploring how Saturn influences your financial well-being, your physical health, and even your daily routines. Consider this: Saturn isn't just about restrictions, it's also about building something lasting. Think of a sturdy oak tree. It takes time, discipline, and overcoming challenges for it to grow strong. Relationships are the same. Saturn helps us build a tree with deep roots. So, here's the deal: if you found this video helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. I create videos that are designed to improve your love life, your career, and your overall well-being. Subscribe to this channel, and you'll get a ton of valuable information.